All right, I got something to say. I'm still here with MualX. He's going to share his social media right now, and then at the very end, we're going to go back into it. We'll share it again. But go ahead and share your social media right now from the top.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's me, MualX. You can follow me on Instagram at MaulX. You can also find me on Twitter and Facebook at MualX Official. So MaulX OFFICIAL Official, MualX Official on Twitter and Facebook, as well as YouTube. You can find my YouTube MualX Official on there. Instagram at MaulX, MaulX again, yeah.
So one thing that we were talking about in the last podcast is, just about everything. First of all, I didn't know that you wanted to do film.
Yeah.
You do music.
Yeah.
You've learned different instruments.
Yeah.
You're perfecting your craft. That's all big. That's a big deal. It's not like you're not some guy that just does it for just a hobby.
Yeah.
You're somebody who's really invested into the direction where you want to go.
Definitely.
Film is big,
Yes.
Also, I really picked up like you're becoming an influencer. You're becoming the influencer.
Yeah, I want
that,
to. Yes.
And you will be that.
Thank
So,
you.
just to see and hear your heart on that, your mind on that, it's dope, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people aren't in the game for this.
Yeah.
They're in the game for something else.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up where you left off, talking about your mom investing with the mic.
Yes.
All right, talk about it.
So 16th birthday, I remember, from year to year, and to be honest, sometimes I'm not the type to really be too much into the celebration type of stuff, I'm more like super focused, and to be honest, my mom already worked so hard, and she already provides so much for me, just in life, me and my sister and I, she did so much for us, on all aspects, emotionally, she financially, she really had to do a lot just to support us, and so most of the times I'm not really even into big stuff, I stopped, even birthday parties, I'm nah, I don't need, I don't need to spend extra money, and you already taking care of us, and she's supporting me in so many different ways, but in this way, I guess, I always try to, if when my mom or someone else, if I'm involved with anything or someone is somehow helping me in something, I want it to be towards something productive. I don't want it to be something like a toy. I'm trying to do something real here. So if you wanna you really wanna get me something that I can help learn from or help build from or build so I almost look at it as a business, so it's not even like a gift, she's helping me solidify a business, she's a part of this with me, so everything I do, she's definitely there for me 100%. So even
shout out to mom.
Shout out to my mom, straight up. Shout out to Maxine, shout out to Maxine,
I'm Maxine.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
And this is from I was a youngin, from every no matter what, even with the track stuff, I remember her I probably have a big issue with something and I feel like I'm not figuring it out. She's making sure that she calls the person that's gonna help me perfect, and then to be honest, and that's a good example. I remember one time, I was had a track meet and something was off, right? And I just needed a little extra guidance, and she brought someone in special to help me figure something out, and I ended up breaking the long jump record, so just the little things, she's and to be honest, I appreciate that so much, because she's going out of her way, and I know I'm probably her son, and she feel she wants to do that because she loves me and all that. But I'm just grateful that I even have a mother that that loves me that much and cares for me and believes in me to that extent to really put the effort in guiding me, to really attaining what I want. I can say I want something, but and she can say that she wants it for me also, but. I'm so indebted to her, and I know it's my mom and stuff, but she doesn't have to do half those things. I see other people that really don't have that, so I might not be the richest person or have the most resources, I know eventually I want to have resources, to do more and stuff like that, but I'm very appreciative for everything I do get, and I'm trying to do as much with that as possible, so so even with the mic, that's an investment to me. That's not that's a gift to a certain extent, but that's an investment for us because we're in this together, we're a family, so and I guess this is something I thought that was that I could be good at. You know, and at this point, I'm not sure. This is just me trying and like, you know, believing that I could do it. You know, so this is at this point, this is just a belief in myself. I haven't proven anything yet. You know, so and there's beauty in that. You know, there's beauty in the attempt, in the unknown, you know, and really trying to figure it out from there, you know. So, you know, getting that mic, and to be honest, it wasn't even like, and finding out later on, it wasn't even the best mic, but you know, it's what I had at the moment, you know.
Make
so,
it work.
And the thing is, I don't know that much, you know. Like I'm just in the store and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, all right, I'm a rock with that, you know. Like, so, you know, I get that, and to be honest, I was working with it a little bit. Like it might not be the best stuff, but the work that I did on that mic, I believe, was very crucial in like understanding that I'm not there yet, and that, you know, what I can improve upon, and what I, you know, so like, you know, and to be honest, I hear a lot of times people, as the first song they make good, you know, like that wasn't it for me. Like I spent a lot of time really being like, this is not that good. This is, you know, I need to, like, you know,
at least you're truthful with yourself. That's good.
No, like, you know, like that's just how it is, you know, like, because I know what I want it to be, you know, I know what I like. Because that's the thing with me, I make what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Same with film. I want to make the movies I want to see. You know, I want to make the albums that I think would be the coolest. You know, like, oh, that's cool. Like, you know, when I stumble upon the albums, like, oh, this is cool. Like when I find a new artist, say, oh, this whatever this person is doing, I like this. You know, I want to do what I want, what I would want to see, you know. So I want to be the artist that I would love. I want to be my favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? I want to make my favorite albums. I want to make my favorite films. You know. So it's all about kind of like just knowing what I want and really like work. That's when I really started. I believe that was the beginning of me becoming an artist, because just me getting that mic, and I had the keyboard from when I was younger. That same keyboard that my mom got me when I was in prep school. I started playing with it more. That's when I started being like, oh, I can make beats, you know, because I never even had the software. I was just on the keyboard with the different instruments, playing over, you know, just like really like just like working melodies, working the chords, working all these. I'm like I'm putting it in my mind. I'm like putting these songs together. They don't exist. I'm not on no computer recording it. Yeah. I'm just playing it on the keyboard, and in my mind I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is what I want. You know, this is cool. And to be honest, and my mom heard that. You know, she would see me on the keyboard in my room, like just playing with it, just like you know, that's like chords, melodies, just exploring these things. And she saw some, she saw some good in that, or like some creative what's the word I'm looking for? She saw some form of beauty in it, I imagine, you know, like it's still creative, but I guess like ultimately, you know, with whatever we are attracted to musically or film, whatever, there's beauty in what we're perceiving, you know, on some form or some level, you know. And then from there, I started working with other people because, you know, just me like putting out that I'm working on stuff, like someone reach out to me, that's a drummer, you know, so I'm like hanging out with this drummer now, and like, you know, we making beats together, working on beats together, and like thinking about songs, and like setting up like makeshift, like a makeshift booth in the closet, you know, like the quintessential in the closet with the and we like putting like the foam thing on the, you know, like all, you know, like all anything we could do, like we in this room, we working on stuff, you know. And you know, and that's kind of just the beginning of it, where I started to be like, oh, this is like something that I'm gonna be doing for a while, you know, that I'm gonna like. And to be honest, I see myself like creating for the rest of my life, you know, like, you know, no matter what it is, I'm just gonna keep working, no matter, you know. And I guess that kind of stems from me, like just watching other artists, you know, even filmmakers, you know, because I take a lot of influence from them. And just seeing how old, you know, how long they work on their craft, you know, even when they're like, you know, higher in age. Look at, I know he's not my favorite in any way, but even look at Clint Eastwood. You know, he's still making films right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's old.
I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so I'm like, I'm never gonna stop working. I'm gonna always be working like forever. You know, like that, you know, that's because I love it. You know, I want to do that. Yeah. To be honest, we'll see what the future holds in terms of like, you know, what I'm focused on at certain points in time. But even if it's not music or even if it's not film, it's a business or it's something. I'm doing something. I gotta, you know, it's like it's just a passion to keep like put in things positive. Positive work in the universe, you know, like put in like or just telling my story or telling stories I believe are important. You know, it's just like, as I say, it's just the work. You know, whatever work it is, it's just something that I believe needs to be done. You know, and but yeah, you know that transitions and to be honest, when I started really delving into things is right before I moved to the States. You know, so at that point, I'm just kind of like getting my toes wet in the water of like working on stuff, creating stuff, beats, recording. That's like, you know, and you know, so the final few years of when I was in Jamaica, that's when I really started recording and like working on like being like, oh, like I want to be an artist one day, you know, like. And to be honest, shout out to Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe Tyler the Creator was a very big part of that. You know, like because I think he just showed people that you can like. He's just so unapologetic about the fact that he's doing what he wants. Made me feel like I could like do anything I want. You know, anything I wanted to like create or make or what. You know, like because he was doing it. And to be honest, a lot of other people are doing it. But at the time, like Tyler just stood out to me. I was like, big into like just that whole movement, the Odd Future movement, just the way he like, this whole energy, and I guess it just resonated on a certain level, and I know it resonated with a lot of people also. A lot of people out now, like I believe, are out here because Tyler really like set it up, and even ownership. Shout out to Tyler for just his own stuff. Like started, he made his own beats too. Created Odd Future too. His clothing, like he has his own stuff. He has that golf wang stuff. Like he has his own thing going on, and like it's not the same exact thing, but I took. I tried to, as I said, I kind of just tried to take positive or like to take the good in everything I see, I'm not trying to like mimic, because I don't make like the same music Tyler makes, I don't have the same lyrical content as Tyler. I'm not doing the same, it's not just doing the same thing, but it's just like, it's just taking like a little, that's like, that little bit of genius that he's putting on the realm, be like, ooh, that's good, that's important, we need that, I need that, like, society needs that,
Yeah, it's good.
So shout out to Tyler,
Shout out to Tyler. All right, so
all of Odd Future, shout out to all of y'all.
All of y'all. All right, real quick, please. So the music you got out right now.
Yeah.
Tell us where it is, and when did you start dropping that stuff?
All right, so MualX, as I said, MualX. You can find my music on all streaming platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, like anywhere that you can like get YouTube. You go to as I said, my YouTube page, MualX Official. But yeah, you can find my most recent single, Vertigo, that I dropped at the beginning of the year. In January, so that was released a few months ago. You can go get that, buy that, iTunes, stream it, Apple Music, all streaming platforms, Tidal, everywhere. Go get that. I also have a project called Black Inferno, which is like my first official release. It's an instrumental project, and that's just some songs that I've been working on for a while that just kind of just stood out to me on a standalone level. Like I have a huge background and like a love for drum and bass music. Like, and that's like more like some European, like UK kind of stuff going on with that. But as I say, I listen to all types of stuff. So drum and bass is like super like cool to me, like super influential to like just all my music I make. Like I kind of like I have a tinge of that rock feel, a tinge of that hip hop feel, that punk, drum and bass. I really try and like blend all of that together, and then so instrumentally, you can like go find that instrumental project out there, all platforms as well, iTunes, Apple Music. You can find it on YouTube. I actually have like some cool short videos for each track from Black Inferno. There's 10 tracks on the project, and that's my YouTube. And actually, you can find that on my production company's YouTube called Unity Module, UNITYMODULE. You can find it on YouTube.
So you send me the link so I can post that.
Definitely, so I have like right now I have like the production company, which is
that's your company?
Yeah, Unity Module.
Bro, what don't you do?
I'm trying to do everything, yo.
That's good,
As
man.
we say, ownership, you know what I'm
Ownership
saying?
is
So I
big.
own all my music, you know, I'm not trying to, and that's the thing, and that's what I love about this generation, you know, we can do it on our own, you know, we don't have to sign away or rights to our music. This is what we need to start our own empires, you know, this is important, you know, in terms of just generational ownership also, because it's not just me. If I own that, my children can own that in a few decades. That's gonna be theirs, and I want that. You know, it's about keeping it for we need to stop giving away. And to be honest, a lot of people just never had that knowledge back then, and not even the knowledge also, but as well just the infrastructure of the business is different now. You know, back then, and to be honest, I'm fortunate. You know, because I think it's just a timing thing where the emergence of streaming now and just the knowledge, and then, to be honest, it probably stems from how bad it was back then, because so many people had so much issues with labels and companies. Everybody's talking about their publishing right now. De La Soul doesn't have their publishing. You know, they still talk about that, how they're barely gonna make anything off the new releases off these, because all their catalog just went up for streaming recently, and then I believe their label was a Tommy Boy or something like that, and they're barely getting anything from that. So it's like a conversation where all these legendary artists from back in the day, just because of the infrastructure of the business back then, just got caught up in this whirlwind of these labels and get stuck in these contracts where these companies now own their music, you know, where they need to get permission to do things with the things that they created from these companies that never did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate that.
And that's why I even love this Nipsey situation so much more, because he don't need to go ask people to use his music for the funeral or for the this or for the that, you know, because he owned that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to and that's why it's a beautiful thing, because you know, he stood for that. You know what I'm saying? He said that. He spread that message, and that's why he was, because he gave the knowledge, and that's important. You know, more people need to look at things like that, and I think they are. You know, this new generation, we got the information now. We learned from the previous generation and artists before, because we love those artists and we see them deal with these things, and we're like, yo, we don't need to keep that cycle going. You know. So, you know, ownership is important. That's why I wanted to have my own company, and I remember, and I did the education, because I remember when I just started before I even started even learning music officially, I remember taking a music business class, and I remember the one thing that really stuck out to me is that the publishing is the most important level of all of this. So when it comes to your publishing is you know what I'm saying? Publishing, that kind of stuck out to say, you gotta own your publishing. You know what I'm saying? And that's on all levels, you know, in everything. And I know, and it's kind of hard sometimes, and I know I'm gonna have to deal with a lot going forward in the film business, because that's kind of different from the music. I know in the music it's kind of easier now to own your stuff, but I'm gonna try my best to really retain as much as I can, you know. Because, you know, especially delving into the film studios. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right now I'm just working on getting these scripts right, solidifying the vision for the film, and then and then hopefully I'm able to do it on my own. Hopefully I don't have to go to these studios and have them own my stuff, because that's a whole different situation. But just wrapping up, Unity Module, my YouTube page, you can go watch the videos for the each track off Black Inferno. It's nothing too crazy. It's just there's some cool edits that I just messed around with, you know, and that was just a starting point. But right now I'm in the new rollout for an upcoming album I want to put out. So this right now we in the Vortex era. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the new album coming up. Just Vortex.
So my question is, when it's coming out?
So it's gonna be later this year.
Later this year.
Definitely.
Dope.
You know, 2019. I definitely want to be dropping Vortex. Yeah.
So one thing that we're gonna be doing in the next couple of months, I want to invite you to it. I'll let you know about it in case you see what we're doing. I'll be doing a cypher. I'll be doing actually next month we're releasing. This is exclusive. I'm saying it on your podcast that we're doing with you.
That's what's up.
We're doing rappers in the car.
Okay.
And so different beats, different vibes, different rappers in the car.
I love that.
And so next month we'll be doing that. I want to invite you to be a part of that because I want people to know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
I know. Like you contacted me through 2 or 3 times on social media, and I said this guy is serious. But when I met you the first time, I knew you were serious about your craft, and I just want to give you, much respect and props to you, man.
Same to you, yo. You doing your thing
Appreciate
too,
you,
man.
Thank you so much. Keep killing the game. I know you're gonna be. I can literally see you in New York, yo. Like,
that's the goal, you know.
Doing
that's
big
the
stuff,
goal.
man.
That's the goal, you know. We're trying to take over the world, you know. We're trying to really, like, as I say, yo, we're gonna try like our best to like just do as much with this life as possible, you know. As we said, we're coming off this Nipsey situation, and to be honest, like, tragedies happen every day, you know. So like anything can happen anytime, but you know, we just really have to like put our best foot forward in any respect. Whether you're gonna be a doctor, whether you're gonna be a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Like, just perfect that craft, you know. Like, whatever you're passionate about, try and, you know, just really study it. Just, you know, really like invest in yourself. You know, that's what it's really about. You know, that's where it's really gonna show in the future. That show, like, you know, to the public, show to, like, you know, anybody that's watching, like, just the way you move, just the way you operate, you know. And that's why I respect Nipsey. He was on a mission, and I believe that everyone should be on their own mission and striving to like help as many people as possible, help your family, you know. Just, you know, we trying to change it. We trying to like really set like, you know, maybe not ourselves or family, but the community in general, you know, on a good path, you know, on a high level, and just like, you know, keep going, you know, no limits, you know. We're not trying to like limit ourselves in any way. We're trying to really like just turn up on the world, you know, like all of us, you know, we got to do it, you know, straight.
Good biz. Again, this is MualX. Super excited. Look out for the next podcast. We'll be debuting his music on the show.
Yeah.
And he's agreed actually when we're going to do a video podcast to bring him back on so you guys can see his face. Hopefully then we can see some more of his projects. We'll put it up for you guys. I'll be posting some of this stuff. But do me a favor, go follow him. Go buy up his music, do all of that. Book him for a session, get him on a track with you, all of that good stuff. This is a good dude right here. You want to be a part of whatever he's doing, so feel free to hit him up ASAP.
And one more thing, new song coming soon called Lost in Space, so look out for that. You know, definitely dropping soon. So, you know, at MualX, you know, at Unity Module. You can also find my production company Unity Module, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at UNITYMODULE. Hit me up, anything, you know, conversation, talking, just breaking things down. Creative things, film, music, design, anything, you know, we working, you know, we're taking things to another level, so, you know, big up.
Let's get it. Man, I'm super excited you were on the show.
Bless.
One thing I do is, my tagline is, I got something to say, so I ask every artist to come on here to do the tagline, I got something to say. You gotta say it in a Jamaican flair, yo.
Me have something to say.
There you go. Me have something to say. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening in. Do me a favor, share, like this, and make sure, like I said, hit my guy up. And thank you so much for being a part of I Got Something to Say. I'm Frank, the host. I'm out. No one's told you. We love you. Peace.
Man.